Good evening, everyone. Welcome to GC Sports Cringe series tonight. We are at Darlington Raceway tonight. Happy Mother's Day to all the Mother's Day, as Mother's Day was yesterday, Sunday. Or I'm sorry, the day before yesterday was today is Tuesday. I'm getting my days already mixed up. Um, we are at Darlington tonight for the GC Sports Cringe series tonight. Looking forward to putting on a great show. These guys always put on one heck of a race. Looking at kind of starting at the pole here. Let's see here. We got Smitty, RJ Smitty starting at the pole tonight. That's a good starting spot for Smitty. We should see. Um, we should see. He's been having some very, very good runs here as of late. Smitty has, and look for him to have another run. He looks starting on the pole tonight. So I anticipate him having a really, really good run again tonight. But we're getting the invites now, and we should be going green here pretty much any minute now. It's about to click 8 o'clock, 7:59 on my clock, and these guys will be going green here probably any moment. Now, being at Darlington, it is a throwback race, so these guys can have different paint schemes of their favorite drivers, favorite heroes, family members, you name it. They can have different paint schemes, custom paint schemes. They still have to race their number that they're assigned to, but they have to write the number they are assigned to, but they are allowed to have custom race setups or custom paint schemes. I'm getting stepping all over my stuff here. Trying to get a little settled in here. As it is now 8 o'clock, so I anticipate to see the clock getting ready to start ticking down any moment now. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am Shady Acres, and we are the clock is now a ticking, so we got about 45 seconds, and then we will be going racing. And we are about to go green. Get ready, folks, as these guys are going to get ready to put on a show. We got about another 20 seconds. And then we'll be getting to join here in just a few. And then we're going to be going racing. So I'm excited about this one, as we're going to stack them and rack them and get this show kicked off. And let's go ahead and join up. All right. As we are about to load in and get this race going. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the GC Sports Cringe series. Tonight we are at Darlington, and we are getting ready to get a rolling. We're gonna stack them and rack them here at Darlington. Gonna go racing. Gonna have get set, folks. Darlington can get wild. As we are underway, we are green here at Darlington, GC Sports Cringe Series. are off as Memory here on the outside as Smitty jumps out to an early lead in that 5 car, that Terry Labonte paint scheme. Nice looking paint scheme from RJ Smitty in that Terry Labonte number 5 Chevrolet tonight. Out to a quick lead as he's jumped out to a really good lead here. These guys starting to settle in. Let's get it running through the field here. Memory in that 88 car. We got T-Bird tonight in that 96. There's T-Bird in that 96. Currently running second position right behind Smitty. And here he is. He's looking for that lead. He's looking on the inside. Looking on the inside of Smitty there. Gonna get position on them. They make contact. Trade a little bit of paint. You're going to have that, and T-Bird makes the pass on Smitty. T-Bird back out in front of the lead, and you're going to see that here a lot at Darlington. This is such a skinny track. Very, very little room to make a complete clean pass without almost trading a little bit of paint, and especially the Darlington stripe up along that wall. As T-Bird is able to make it work underneath of Smitty and take that lead. As these guys are doing a great job here around Darlington. As everybody knows, a very, very unique track. Shaped like an egg-shaped oval. And a very, very interesting groove. It goes from up. And some guys use that bottom and then use the top. Use the bottom in 1 and 2 and then use the top in 3 and 4. As we're looking now in PVT Patton. As Patton now looking on the inside of Smitty in that 5 car. Patton in that 12. Not able to make it work that time, but he's got himself a rear view mirror full of Freedom Flyer here in that number 14 car. As Freedom Flyer all over Patton now. As you see, these 4 guys kind of on a breakaway. There's Memory there in that number 88, that Lowe's 88 machine. Currently in 5th, and Freedom Flyer kissed that wall. Freedom Flyer, a little getting his Darlington stripe here a little early in the early going here. Freedom Flyer in that number 14. As everybody right now is following this T-Bird in that number 96 Toyota. Smitty there in 2nd in that number 5 car. He was our pole sitter. And there goes Smitty. Smitty's now looking underneath. Smitty's looking to get that lead back. And he's going to do it. He's going to get a little bit of help from Patton. And he's going to do it. And Smitty back out in the lead with a little bit of help from Patton. As now we got a jumble for cars. Here comes Memory in that 88 car. He's looking underneath a Patton. Freedom Flyer able to take advantage of all of that. He goes up to 2nd spot. And here comes Memory. T-Bird on the outside of Memory now on that outside groove. Look how skinny this track is. Not much room for these guys. T-Bird able to make the pass back around Memory for 4th spot. T-Bird has a very good handling car, looks like. Same with Smitty. Smitty kind of looks like his car is starting to come in a little bit on the long run. Freedom Flyer as well. Patton in 3rd. And here comes Freedom Flyer. He's looking for that lead for the first time tonight. He's looking underneath of Smitty, and he's going to take it. Smitty gets out of the throttle as he makes contact a little bit with the wall. He kissed the wall for good luck. Going to see a lot of that. And here comes Patton underneath the Freedom Flyer. Patton in the 12 car tucks back in line, not able to get enough momentum to get underneath the Freedom Flyer. And here he goes now. He's looking underneath of him. Freedom Flyer holds it down. Good handling by Freedom. Good driving there by Freedom Flyer. Freedom Flyer doing a very good job as he was holding it down. And looks like we have a caution now out. Caution is out. I didn't see. Let's see if we can see if we can see any culprits back here. Maybe some damage. Nope, I don't see anybody off of the jump. But caution definitely is out. So we are going to stack them and rack them. And we are going to get going again. And sit back and relax. Get your popcorn, get your beverage. Sit back and relax. We are at Darlington. It's going to be a nice long race, and it's going to be exciting. As we are going green. And Freedom Flyer on that bottom lane in that 14. Patton on the outside. Freedom Flyer getting a push from Smitty, and he gets a little too much and into the wall, and there goes big wreck. Here they are, big humongous wreck now. That'll definitely bring out the caution. Big wreck. Look at this mess. Everybody got involved in that wreck, I think. We just had the big one happen here at Darlington. As cautions breed cautions, and that was certainly the case there. Not exactly sure what happened, other than that looked like Smitty made contact with the wall, got real tight. It looks like he pushed it a little too hard, possibly, and got real tight up into the wall, bounced off that wall, and came down right in front of the entire field. So Patton is going to lead us to green in that 12 car, and the 38 on the outside. And look at the Sauce in that 9 car. He's right there in 3rd position. Oh, and they're spinning around again. Probably your dad in a 16 around the 24. Big wreck in the back. And that'll bring out the caution yet again. Big wreck. As cautions definitely do breed cautions, as probably your dad got turned around in front of pretty much most of the field that time, and just nowhere for anybody to go. So we're gonna stack them and rack them again. These guys might need to calm down just a little bit. Guys definitely kind of fired up. As we're gonna go green. As long live the Sauce now. Gonna be your leader and take us to green in that 9 car. And that's Fire Slayer in the 38. And yes, then, Kate, there is a glitch in turn 2 that these guys definitely need to be aware of. And there's that 88 car. Memory looks like he got into the side. And that's going to bring out another caution back there. You're absolutely right then, Kate. As I was in a race this past weekend for MRL, and for the Xfinity and Cup, and there definitely is that glitch right there in the middle of turn 2. And I do think that's definitely going to be a factor, if it hasn't been already a factor, tonight. They did, off of the get, they went off of the green flag. They had some really, really good racing going on. These guys just need to be a little calm, a little patient, let things kind of spread out a little bit, like they did take off the green flag, as memory, or I'm sorry, that's going to be the Sauce in the 9 car leading us back to green. Fire Slayer in that 38 on the outside. The Sauce, oh, we heard something, and the 38 got into the wall, the 38 getting his Darlington stripe. Patton is definitely going to take advantage of that, as these guys in the back here are really going at it. Here's T-Bird back in the back after getting involved in one of those earlier cautions. Now look at this traffic back here that he's got to deal with. Freedom Flyer as well. He was just leading the race. Oh, and there's a wreck right there. The 51. The 51 went around. And the caution does not come out. And that's Spanker. And the caution did not go out. And you're right, absolutely travesty. There is no stages in this race. This is a full 50% length with no stages. Now let's get back with our leader. That's going to be the 12 car of Patton. Patton, your leader. As we've got a jumble of cars right here. Memory right in the middle of it along with T-Bird. There's Patton. Patton. There's your leader right there. And let's look, who's in that 2 car? That's Mo in that 2 car. Oh, look at that paint scheme. If I'm not mistaken, that is the Davey Allison Texaco Haviland paint scheme right there, ladies and gentlemen. Mo Powa in that number 2 car. Great paint scheme. I love that paint scheme. Davey Allison was my favorite driver growing up. Love looking at these paint schemes of these guys. Look at probably your dad. That's a cool looking paint scheme. Looks like a Jeff Gordon throwback paint scheme. The Rainbow Warrior paint scheme looking like. U.S. Marine Corps Guardian. And that Gatorade car. Fire Slayer in the 38. Pete Cola Gator. And that number 4. That's like that Kevin Harvick throwback. Convoy in that 78. Not sure that's an interesting paint scheme. Not sure which one that was. Jose Protege and that number 19. That could be in that's an interesting paint scheme. That's Martin Truex, possibly Dale Sr. drove that number 19 or the number 3, but that tracker paint scheme. Let's see here, we got Monster. And Monster in that 22. That's a nice, looks like that Purolator, that old Purolator paint scheme. Aquataddy in that 18, that's that old Bobby Labonte, Dale Jarrett. Number 18, Interstate Batteries colors and style paint scheme. And of course, Mopawa Titan. Mopawa Titan. In that City Chevrolet from Days of Thunder, Cole Trickle. And that paint scheme. And And you got Tennessee Titan for life. And that red number 3 car. Hamilton. And his number 37 machine. Nice looking paint scheme there. Spanker in that 51. And Delgatro in that mellow yellow. Kind of Days of Thunder Cole Trickle / Kyle Petty mellow yellow paint scheme. That looks really cool. Justin Shackett in a 43 car tonight. Robbie Racing. There's Robbie, the NASCAR's favorite Brit from across the pond. My good friend Robbie Racing in that number 11 FedEx Toyota. Brinkerhoff in that number 8 Chevy. And Booty Flakes in that number 1 car. That's that number 1 car of the old Pennzoil of Steve Park. Doesn't look like that Steve Park paint scheme. Then we got the Dirty Dog in the 62. Looks like that's like a Valvoline, old Mark Martin Valvoline colored Ford. And 17 of Keith. And the red, the gold and black. Oh, he gets up into the wall. He hits the wall and gets himself a Darlington stripe. Old Mick Butters in the 20 car tonight. And we said Smitty in that Texas Terry Labonte. And everybody's still chasing Patton, who is our leader. And then that's Mopawa Cat. So we got 2 from Mopawas, Titan and Cat. So we'll go with the short version. Cat in second, right there behind Patton. And see, these 2 guys have really checked out. And we got 144 laps to go in this race. There are no stages, just pit stops. So, and of course the cautions. And so it is a long race, but it will. These guys will pick them up and lay them down as Cat and Patton right now are really checking out. And looks like we have a caution. Caution is back out. Big wreck in the back. Robbie Racing looks like he got involved in it. Not exactly sure who else. I think damage might be off for this race, ladies and gentlemen. I think the damage is off. So it's kind of hard to tell, but looking at Robbie's stream, as I'm looking at, and big shout out and thank you Robbie Racing for the stream, as I got Robbie Racing's stream up. He drives that number 11 Toyota, and I got his stream up tonight. So for the lap count and the leaderboard, and it looks like we are going to have a new leader bringing us to green. It looks like that's Brinker in that A car. I think he messed the pit, and so he died. You know, he just dives on down. Very respected. Not going to be a hazard, because obviously he would definitely just be a hazard. So Patton regains his lead. Mopawa Cat in second. Fire Slayer there in third. Oh, we got some beating and banging back in the back, and that mellow yellow machine back there. Let's get back here with probably your dad, who's right in the thick of this. As there's that 19, he's up into the wall a little bit. He's having a tough time trying to get that righted, and we're going to make some contact. That 19. Very tough time. Looks like he's got control of it now. Things kind of settled in a little bit. Probably your dad in that 16 car. Looks like he's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spot back. There's the Guardian in that 13 car, trying to move his way through the field. So now here we go. As you know, that's Protege, Jose Protege in that 19, and he looks like that. Protege looks like he has his hands full with that number 19 car. Looks like it's really loose on him. Look at this. Jose's really fighting that, looks like, and having a loose condition. Delgatro in that number 10, that mellow yellow number 10. Right here in the thick thing here, let's ride with Robbie Racing, who is currently in 15th position. Patton's still your leader in his 12 car. Oh, we got a car. Did he make it? Great driving back here. These guys now kind of starting to spread out a little bit. Riding with Schmitty as he's trying to get back up through the field. Our pole sitter. In that Texas Terry Labonte paint scheme. Ooh, looks like Memory kissed the wall for good luck. Was that Memory or no? I think that's actually the Sauce. In the 9 car, long live the Sauce. And that 9 car gave that wall a kiss for good luck, as I like to say. And back with our leader, and that is Patton. As he has got that 12 car hooked up and on rails. Let's ride around. Whoop, we got a car going down in the wall and in the apron. Not sure who that was. It might have been Robbie Racing. Yep, it was Robbie. Robbie got sideways and spun it out. Robbie got spun out. Caution did not come out. Got himself righted, but definitely lost a lot of time and positions. He's fallen back now to 26th position with that spin. As you can see, now he's doing everything he can to catch back up. But tough break for Robbie. These guys back here, talk about some guys that are praying for another caution. Brinkerhoff, he missed that pit. He's definitely praying for a caution. He's going to be off pit cycle now. They're coming back up through the field. Memory in that 88. Looks like he's got his hands full with that 88 Chevrolet tonight. Looks like he's got a ill handling. It looks like he's working on that car. He's got some work to do. As Robbie in that number 11 just went around him for 25th. Oh, we had a car. Look, was that the 3 car? Going down low. I'm not sure who that 3 car was again. Yep, that was Titan for Life. Tennessee Titan for Life. When that 3 car definitely got loose. Took it down to the apron. Was able to regain it. Got control of it. And he's back. Got it straightened out. Alright. So we got some racing going on all over the track, and everybody is still trying to chase that 12 car of Patton, as he's got Mopawa Cat in that 2 car right behind him. As we've got, these guys, looks like they've got about a good long fuel window here. Probably about 23, 24 laps left of fuel before we have a cycle of green flag pit stops. We've got 126 laps to go. So they are picking them up and laying them down, as we see there the number 8 car of Brinkerhoff coming down pit road, as he was off of that pit cycle from that last caution. I'll tell you what, these 2 cars here, these 2 leaders are hooked up. And these are 2 guys that certainly do not want to see a caution come into play. As it looks like we said, the Mopawa Cat in that 2 car in the 2nd spot. They got a little loose, went down there on the apron. Back up on the track, no problem. And he'll reel Patton back in, and he's still there in his draft, so he'll reel him back in. Pretty much not too much problem. So let's get back here in the field and see how these guys are doing back here. As we got some good racing going on back here in the back, actually, with Memory and that 88. Getting that number 88 seemed like it's coming to life now a little bit. He's got back around Robbie in that number 11 car, and there's that 24. That 24 car. Bear with me, I'm still trying to get these numbers. Who's that 24? That 24 of Mopawa Titan. So that's Titan. A couple of Titans in here. A couple of Mopawas, a couple of Titans. I'll try to get them straight for you. As we got a nice little battle here. Going around that 20 car. Oh, the 20 comes down on top of him. That 20 car made contact with Titan there, Mopawa Titan. No harm, no foul. I don't think it was intentional. It just looked like he just ran out of room. He is in that 20 car. Let's try to find out if we can find out who's in that 20 car. That's Old McButters, and Old McButters is up in the wall. Not sure what happened there, as we were just going right back to him. And McButters, looks like there was contact made, and Butters got up into that wall and definitely lost all that momentum as well as positions. Some really good racing going on around the racetrack. These guys are nice and spread out. Back up with our leader, Patton, in that 12 car, as he's got a little bit of space there in between him and Mopawa Cat in that 2 car for second. As you can see, the interval between them and Fire Slayer, who is third. Let's go back and see. There's the interval there. You saw Fire Slayer there coming off the corner. There's the interval here. You can get a good look at the interval here as we ride on the hood of Fire Slayer. There's the interval there. There's, you can see Patton and Mopawa Cat first and second. The interval and the distance that they have in between, as Fire Slayer is riding third. Looks like he's just doing the right thing and just logging laps right now. There's still a long time, long way to go. We should probably start seeing some green flag pit stops in the next, looks like about the next 12 to 15 laps. We've still got a lot of time left. We still have about 117 laps to go. So here's a green flag stop. Picola Gator, he's coming down the pit stop. Looks like maybe he's trying a short pit. Possibly. Maybe trying a little bit of strategy here. Some of these guys are, ooh, Tennessee Titan for life. And that 3 looks like he got real loose. But and here comes the 1 car of Booty Flakes. As he's now just coming out of the pits. As he gets ready to merge back onto the track, Booty Flakes makes his pit stop. The Dirty Dog. And Old McButters, he's coming down pit road now to make his green flag stop. So back up with our leaders as we're going to ride with our leaders as green flag pit stops have just now started. As these guys definitely on kind of a cycle here. Because look, you know, riding with some of these guys can go another 10 to 12 laps before they have to pit. Now, of course, Darlington is known for some considerable tire wear on the or the right front or the right rear. It is it could be if you've got a little bit too tight of a car. That'll definitely burn off that right front real quick. Compared to if you have it a little bit too loose. Oh, we have a car going on the inside. Speaking of loose, not sure who that was that got sideways down onto the apron. But looks like we're going to have a lead change as now Mopawa Cat takes the lead now from Patton. Not sure exactly what happened. Looks like Patton kind of let off a little bit or lost his momentum as that 4 car came off a pit road and merged back onto the track. Not exactly sure what happened. As I was trying to get a look at what was going on possibly in the back. But Patton has gone pulled right back up to the bumper of Mopawa Cat. Right on his bumper. Still got a long way to go. It looks like we got about 110 laps to go still. So there's still plenty of time. Now, we are in a throwback race, so there are no stages. The race is continuous. There are no stages, and as you can see, the very interesting and very unique paint schemes that these drivers were allowed to put on these race cars and bring to this Darlington Raceway for this race. And we are at Darlington with the GC Sports Cringe Series. It looked like PVT Patton. Patton's looking to get that lead back from Cat now. He's trying to get that lead back. And Keep in mind, these guys have definitely been on their tires now for a while. These guys actually should probably be pitting probably in about the next 5 or 6 laps. I would guess. Their right sides are definitely going to be well worn. Probably under 20% by now. I would anticipate. So you're going to see these guys coming into the pits in the next 3 or 4 laps, I'm sure. There's Mo Power Cat out in front. Got that clean air. Not sure how much of a difference that makes, if at all, any. There's the 62 just making his pit stop and getting back in. Look at that, that's good sportsman there. He's getting out of the way of the leaders, not trying to be any kind of, and here comes our second place, Patton, now coming down pit road now. Patton down on pit road. So look for Mopawa Cat, our leader, to come down pit road probably this next time by. Anticipating to see him coming on pit road here any minute. And here he comes. So Mopawa Cat coming down pit road now. So, as you can see, pit road is still very busy. Jose Protege, Monster Racing, they're on pit road. Here comes Patton coming off of pit road now. So pit road's still a busy place. Here comes Spanker, Delgatro. There's Justin. And that 43 mobile. And Robbie, as he's coming down to make his pit stop now. Here he comes down pit road. Robbie Racing making his. He took over the second spot, as these guys now are starting to cycle the entire leaderboard around, as we are making green flag pit stops here at Darlington. The GC Sports Cringe Series tonight. Throwback race. Which means there are no stages. So we'll get a lap count here in just a moment. We're going to have about 100 laps or so. And they should pretty much cycle around. And we'll see if Patton and pitting a lap earlier than Mopawa Cat pays off and gets his lead back, which looks like it does, as Patton now being scored the leader, as Mopawa Cat now, there's the interval between Patton and Cat, so it definitely really paid off for Patton, pitting one lap before Cat did. But as you can see, trying to look at it and see, it looks like Cat might be being able to reel him in at a pretty quick pace, actually. Let's ride with Cat one time, and let's ride to see how he gets around Darlington. a very interesting line here. Brings it down low in 1 and 2, like we've been seeing. Keep it down low in 1 and 2, and then in 3 and 4, he'll take it up to the middle groove and then up to the higher groove. As you see him right there, right dead in that middle groove. And he's making it work. So that's the line that they've been running. As you see right there, Robbie racing right there in that 11 car, right behind Cat. That is not for position. Robbie is a lap down and 23rd position. But probably your dad is position. He's currently in 3rd position. As Patton in 1st, Cat in 2nd, probably your dad in 3rd. That's your current top 3. These guys are very well spread out now all over the track. As we just finished our first full run in green flag pit stops. We've had several, we've had several cautions come out. We had that one caution come out. And as they say, cautions breed cautions, and it certainly did, as we had a good handful of them in rapid succession there in the early going. But after that, these guys have really settled in and are doing a very good job here. As we check in with Hamilton here in this 37 car, one of the favorites. Hamilton always seems like he has some guys really pulling them on, and the pick of the week almost every week is Hamilton. As we now have, looks like 93 laps to go in this race at Darlington. As everybody is still chasing the Patton. And let's get on back up. Let's check in with our leader, Patton, as we take a cruise around the track. I'm trying to see if we can catch up any more battles, as we see Memory here in the battle with the 20. I think that he just went around, not much of a battle. I think that's the difference of tires there. Looks like Memory has much fresher tires there. The tires and tire wear do actually play a considerable factor here. There's Freedom Flyer and T-Bird. They're running nose to tail, and there you can see their interval and how far back that they are. As we are going to take a brief commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to use, as nature is calling here, a minute. We're going to leave it here on your leader for the next moment, as Patton is now navigating his way through some lap traffic. And we will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are under caution at Darlington. Caution is out. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the GC Sports Cringe series at Darlington. We are under caution. PVT Patton certainly did not want to see this, as he was on cruise control. He was on cruise control. And now he and Mopawa Cat are going to start at the field, as we're going to stack them and rack them once again. As we've got, looks like 80 to go. There's still 80 laps to go, it looks like. I believe that's what it looked like on the stream. As Patton now jumps out to a good lead. I tell you what, that 12 car, he's got a rocket. He has got that 12 car dialed in. That is on rails. Oh, we got a car up into the wall. I think that was Fire Slayer in a 38. That may have been Fire Slayer in a 38 that was up in the wall. And he's going to lose a ton of positions. Oh, it looks like we have the Sauce. Looks like the Sauce has had to take it to the garage. And look who is back up at the front. Oh, a big wreck here in the back. Big wreck. Certainly going to bring out the caution, but a huge wreck. Not sure what started that melee, but here we go. With cautions breeding cautions again. Caution came out. These guys, and like, you know, some like we saw some of these guys, like Patton did not want to see that caution come out under any circumstances. Oh, we're gonna stack them and rack them again. And Patton gonna lead us to green, and there is Smitty back up in the front in that 5 car in second spot. And here these guys go again. These guys, let's see if these guys can string it out. So far, so good. And, oh, we got some cars in the back now spinning and wrecking. Now we got another wreck. Whoop, there's the T-Bird. He's got Brinker off in the A car. He's definitely involved. And here we go with the cautions breeding cautions again, as we're going to stack them and rack them one more time. Well, I'm not going to say one more time. We've got probably several more times. Says, look at this. We've got a traffic jam on the backstretch. Go ahead. Let's stack them and rack them, as Robbie Racing, NASCAR's favorite Brit from across the pond in that 11 car, as he will now get his lap back. So some hate to see a caution, some really don't want to see a caution, but in that case, Robbie Racing was the one that was very glad to see that caution, as he is now back on the lead lap in 22nd place, in 22nd position, as these guys already getting squirrely. RJ Smitty got a terrible start. Looks like he may have missed his shift. And he got a terrible start, and these guys are backing up behind him. Oh, look at this. I don't know how those guys did not wreck that time. That RJ Smitty is, you know, he's gonna. Oh, and he gets another. He gets a little contact there on the 22. Tried to shut the door. It kind of stopped the bleeding a little bit from these losing positions. Oh, whoa! There was the 18, and Taddy got real tight, and we have got a caution back out. And caution is out again. We will stack them and rack them again. As the A car, he got into the wall. And looks like it was a domino effect behind him. So now we're going to start to see some strategy, I think, come into play now. And Smitty now going to start again, kind of in the back where he didn't want to start. And even Patton now starting way in the back, as we got a new leader, as Mopowa Cat now going to be our leader, bringing us to green. Oop. And T-Bird in that 96, he got up into the wall, bounced off of the wall. Fortunately, there was nobody there underneath of him. But we are back under caution. We are back under caution again. So we will stack them and rack them again. As we should have about 60 laps, as we got word from Pit Road, as the sauce, long live the sauce, lost the server connection, lagged out, and had to take it to the garage. And that's such daggone, man, that sucks. Hate seeing that for you, brother. Man, you'll be back next week. We all know you will. We look forward to seeing you back next week, man. And sit back and try to relax and watch the rest of this race, as Mopowa Cat gonna take us to green again. Looks like, is that Fire Slayer on? No, that's not Fire Slayer. That's the red 3 car. Starting second, but look at that. Look at who's in 10th now. Or I'm sorry, look who's second now. And that's the 10 car of that mellow yellow. And we're gonna be, there's another caution coming out here again, so we have another caution back out. As now these guys start, maybe a little frustration kind of starting to get into play a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Tell you what, these cautions, for some folks, they come out at the perfect time. For others, not so much. But I tell you, one guy who has been benefiting from these cautions, and that is Robbie Racing. And that number 11, Robbie, there's Robbie right there starting underneath the memory. Robbie was back in 25th position, 25th out of 26, one lap down. And now he is back on the lead lap and up to 7th position, right there on the inside of memory. And he's looking for more. as he's now looking to try to get 6th position, and he's going to have it plus some little bit as these guys are starting to get tight. And we got another car going back around in the back. Big wreck in the back. Looks like that was Freedom Flyer. And the caution is coming back out again. As looks like Freedom Flyer got caught up in the melee that time. But I tell you what, look at, I got my eye on this 11 car. And also Delgatro in the 10. But Robbie now is moved up to 5th position. Now, we'll see where he comes out and how it plays out when we go back to green, as we're going to stack them and rack them again. And look at that Delgatro is going to lead us to green this time in that number 10. And he's going to take us to turn 1. And he is your new leader. Gets a great jump. Real good jump. And we got guys already spinning in the back. Shackett involved. And a whole bunch of other guys. And the caution's coming back out again. So these guys starting to look like maybe they're getting a little bit of frustration. A little impatience. As we're going to have, we're going to stack them and rack them again. And we're going to have about, looks like maybe 52, 53 laps to go in this race at Darlington. You know, these guys, they definitely going to want to get spread out here a little bit, like we saw earlier, and they got spread out. And we saw some really good racing from these guys. I want to see this some more of that. Well, we're going to stack them and rack them again, as Delgatro going to lead us to green again. And we're off. Green flag is out. Delgatro got another good restart. He shot out of there real good. Retake his lead. And he's got some company in the form of that red 3. And I keep forgetting who is in that number 3. That red 3 car. Oh, we got Aquatati going around. Looks like we got another wreck. RJ Smitty going around. Caution, back out. Not exactly sure what happened that time either, but did see Taddy went around. So we'll stack them and rack them again. As we now, that'll put us underneath of 50 laps to go when we go green. Looks to be somewhere in the neighborhood of about 47 or 48 laps to go. And Delgatro's going to bring us to green again. And that number 10 mellow yellow paint scheme. And let's see how these guys do this time. We can stack them and rack them again. Can these guys get spread out? Nope, we're getting a big wreck. Robbie Racing's involved in this one. Big wreck again on these restarts. They're just having a tough time getting these cars up to speed. And I mean, there is that glitch in turn 2. There is a bad glitch right in the center of the track. In that middle groove, actually. It's like in the middle, lower, right in the lower, where the lower groove and the middle groove kind of meet. Right there coming off of turn 2, right in the middle. I'm not sure if that's playing a factor, or how much is playing a factor, but I'm sure to some degree it has somewhere along this race, because it's definitely played havoc with a lot of guys over the course of a lot of racing through a course of a lot of different leagues this weekend here at Darlington. Here comes Delgatro, lead us to green again. Oh, and we got another wreck. Jose Protege this time goes around. Another wreck. But this time, the caution did not come out. As NASCAR probably said, enough of the cautions, we're going to let you boys keep going. And we are going to stay green. So that'll put Delgatro as your leader, as we got Fire Slayer in second there in that 38 car. I wonder what's going through Delgatro's mind right now. With his first lead of the day here at Darlington in the GC Sports Cringe Series. We've seen some excellent racing here tonight. We have seen our share of cautions, as this is one of the toughest tracks on circuit. And we've got 37 laps to go now. 37 to go. And sounds like we got another caution that's come out. Yep, caution has come out. So down pit road, most of these guys will definitely come now. As we're starting to get into that window. Into that fuel window. Getting close to it. That if these guys pit this time, they might be able to make it the rest of the way. Oh, sorry about that, folks. I accidentally clicked my mic off. As we are back under caution, Fire Slayer was our new leader. After that latest caution. As we now are really starting to come towards the end here. I'll get a lap count here in just a few moments, but I think we're going to be around the 20 lap to go mark. As we're going to stack them and rack them again. Let's see who's the leader this time. That's going to be Fire Slayer. Fire Slayer still your leader this time. As we got 19 laps to go. So that is at 19 to go. Fire Slayer, your leader. He definitely has enough fuel to the end, that's for sure. All these guys are going to have enough to make it to the end, so... Oop, we got some guys on the inside on the apron. Looks like no harm, no foul, maybe. We're going to stay green. Don't see anybody spinning. We're going to keep it green. These guys can get spread out just a little bit. Fire Slayer was looking to try to bring this one home. In that number 38 car. And unable to take it to the end just yet, as we got another caution back out. Caution is out. And I tell you what, that was not what Fire Slayer wanted to see, as he was basically on cruise control a little bit there. That was not what he wanted to see. And now, you know, strategy really comes into play with tires. I mean, the fuel isn't an issue now. Fuel is definitely not an issue, but tires certainly are, where if you stay out, you could be a sitting duck, depending upon your tire wear. But here comes Fire Slayer, gonna lead us to green. He's got that 4 car all over his back bumper now. And we're gonna have another caution. Not sure what brought this one out. Didn't see anybody wrecking that time, but that's definitely going to take us a few more laps down, closer to the end. As we're only going to have now just several more laps to go. I think we're definitely down in the teens. I'll get a lap count this next time by. But pit strategy definitely is playing a factor here, because, you know, here Fire Slayer looks like he's staying out again on those tires. But he's definitely going to have some wear where he might be a sitting duck with some of these guys in the back that may have pitted and gotten fresh tires. As, I'll get a lap count for you next time by. As Fire Slayer was able to get a good jump out, but has that 4 car P-Cola Gator right on him. Ooh, big wreck in the back. Look at that, was T-Bird in the 96. And we got a wreck in the back now, and that's going to bring out the caution. as we've got 9 laps to go. We are in the single digits. We got single digits laps to go. We got 9 laps to go. And the caution came out. So if you're P-Cola and you're Fire Slayer, I don't know what you do. Because your tire's definitely going to have some wear. But the guys behind you are definitely going to be pitting and get 4 fresh. So with probably 6 or 7 when we go green, you're going to be basically a sitting duck without those tires. So we're going to see how this plays out. Fire Slayer basically makes the only call that he can and stay out. I mean, you definitely don't, especially with all the cautions that we've had here as of late. He gets another good jump right on that restart. We've got 6 laps to go. So if we have another caution or, another caution come out, and we're going to have it as these guys are spinning in the back. Nope, we're going to stay green. We had some guys spinning, and looks like NASCAR saying we're going to get this over with if we can. Oop, and Fire Slayer up into the wall, and P-Gola tries to get around him, throws the block. Fire Slayer and P-Cola is going to lose all kinds of positions now. But here comes Mo Power Cat in the 2. He's looking to get under the Fire Slayer. He's looking for the win. He's going underneath. He's got position. Fire Slayer gives him room. As Mo Power Cat and Fire Slayer up into the wall. Up into the wall, and he's going to lose all kinds of position. That's going to do it for him. And the 11 and 22 get together. Big wreck in the back. Big wreck. And that'll bring out the caution again. That'll bring out the caution, and that'll bring us, I believe, to overtime. That is going to bring us to a green-white checkered. So, green-white checkered. Now, if you're the leader, which is Mo Power Cat, all you have to do is get around one time to take the white flag. If he's able to get around the one time and take the white flag, if the caution comes out, the race is over. So he just needs, if he can get a jump. And we're going to go green. If he can get a jump under that 3 car, he's got P-Cola Gator on the bottom helping. If these guys can stay from crashing, if they can stay from wrecking, he's going into turn 3. If he can get another half a lap, it looks like he might just do it. Yep, he's going to get there, I think. All he's got to do is get to that start-finish line before the caution. He's okay, now 1 lap to go. White flag out. 1 lap to go. For Mo Power Cat. Here he comes. And they're wrecking in the back. They're wrecking in the back. Caution is going to come out, and that's going to end the race. Mo Power Cat, your winner. Wow. How about that? Mo Power Cat, your winner. Tennessee Titan for life in 2nd. Delgatro in 3rd. Hamilton 4th. Memory in 5th. The Dirty Dog in 6th. P-Cola Gator in 7th. Justin Shackett 8th, Tomboy 9th, and Probably Your Dad comes home in 10th. So let's see if we can get these guys into the booth real quick and get a quick interview with these guys. Okay. Okay, and that's all we need is Delgatro. And let's get Delgatro in here. There we go. Alright, as we I'm gonna give Delgatro just a second. There he is. Alright, what a race, what a race, what a race. Good job, good job. It was an awesome race. A few cautions, but definitely expected in Darlington. Let's start off with our third place finisher, and that's Delgatro. Delgatro, congratulations on getting third place, my friend.
Thanks.
Congratulations, man. I mean, first of all, the Mellow Yellow, definitely enjoyed the paint scheme, my friend. Was that the Cold Trickle Days Thunder theme behind it, or the Kyle Petty NASCAR theme behind it?
So it was Kyle Petty, but I honestly was surprised or didn't think anybody would recognize it. So I'm surprised you caught on to that. So that's good.
Oh yeah, man! I enjoyed up all the paint schemes, man. We had, I mean,
Oh,
all kinds of. I mean, good to see, things like Mark Martin's kind of style, Texas Terry Labonte's, all kinds, man. I saw them all kinds out there. But tell us how you were able to get to third, man. You had the lead there, at the end. A lot of cautions there, man. How were you able to hold on to third?
Honestly, I don't even know how or what happened. I just know there was a bunch of wrecks, and I was just trying every way possible to avoid them and get track position. But also, I feel like I could have done a little bit better, staying off people at least. But such a narrow racetrack, it can be hard at times. But yeah, no, it was pretty eventful up and down day. But I definitely felt like we had a top three car though.
It definitely did, man. I mean, looking like you had, like I said, you had the lead there at the end. Now, if the when you had the lead and you got a looks like you had a really good jump on those restarts. I guess and I made I kind of look like because the strategy was playing in a play where with the cautions coming out, you had to. I mean, you had to almost eventually pit because the guys behind you were going to have fresh tires, so you would have been a sitting duck. If those cautions weren't able to come out, do you think you would have been able to hold off, the field and take the win?
Honestly, yeah. That's I was kind of hoping for caution. At first, I almost screwed myself thinking I was gonna pit like as soon as possible because it was already a one stop or it was within good to go rest of the way. But um, obviously, I didn't think that through, which is a good thing I didn't. But yeah, I felt like if we could have kept it green, definitely could have stayed up front and maybe had a shot at it for the win. But it is what it is.
Well, congratulations on getting third place, and pleasure to meet you, man. It's the first time bringing you on up to the booth. Hopefully, bring you up here many more. Got still plenty of season left, my friend. So, good points tonight for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll keep building on that, but no, this race was fun. I love doing the throwback paint schemes and all that, and it was so cool to pick out your best paint scheme. And I don't know, man, it was fun though. I like that part of it.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the third place. I'll let you go and get to celebrate and take it easy and relax. Watch the broadcast, and I'll see you next week, and hopefully be able to bring you up a couple more times this season, brother.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good night, man.
You too.
And let's move on up to our second place finisher, and that is going to be Tennessee Titan for life. Congratulations, bro, on getting second, man. Tell us how you were able to grab that second spot, man.
Well, it was a wild race. Darlington is a track. It's hard. It's crap to pass cleanly. So track position was key. So at the end there, like once I got to the front, I really didn't want to lose it. So I just kind of kept staying out. But those cautions kind of hurt because every time a caution happened, anybody was hitting, I'd reset them and get them closer to us. I think that's what happened with Cat. I think Cat was on a little bit fresher tires than me and the few guys up there. And I tried to put a block on him with 4 to go and kept him tame. But the second I knew that he was going to get the lead, yeah, I knew it was race over. But hell of a drive for the 3 truck. For a race like that, I'm
Hard,
pretty
big boss.
happy on getting on a top 3. Or 3 car, yeah, sorry. I don't know why I said truck. But good race for the 3 car. I'm sorry to anyone that I bumped into. It was a really hectic race, and everybody's getting punted and everything. So I want to apologize for that because I know there's one in there. But happy I could, you know, bring home another podium finish for my team.
Well, like Delgado said, man. I mean, and I mentioned it in the beginning of the in the broadcast that Darlington is one of the toughest tracks on the circuit just because it is so skinny. It's
Hmm.
almost next to impossible to make a clean pass with almost not touching and trading a little bit of paint. Now with that green white checkered, did you have I wanted to ask also the glitch that was in their turn two. Been
Hmm.
there all weekend long. Do you think that had a factor into the cautions that were coming out?
Oh, for sure. That was coming off of 2. If you hit that, and I mean, it's pretty much over for you, especially if you have people around you, and that will
Hmm.
instantly cause a caution. That was one of the problems starting the outside because I got hung on the outside on restarts, and it would suck to start up there because if you were still side by side off of 2, I mean, you either were going to have to risk it and hold the throttle, or you were going to have to lift, or you were going to crash. So definitely caused this race to be a little more, wreckish, I guess you would say. But there was a moment there once everybody got calmed down, it was pretty good. But then once we got near the end, it kicked back up again.
Yeah, well, the old saying goes, I said it several times throughout the race, that the cautions do breed cautions,
Oh
and
yeah.
I mean, definitely goes, for here at Darlington, man, such a tight track. But congratulations. Also, one last question: what the paint scheme that you were running, that red paint scheme? What was that in honor of?
That was the Dale Earnhardt Coca-Cola scheme. Kind of Trackhouse just did it, so I kind of feel a little bad for stealing that one. But being in the three car, everybody expects you to do a Dale Earnhardt throwback. But I want to do something a little bit different with Dale, so I ended up doing his Coca-Cola scheme. I thought it came out pretty good.
Really
Um,
does.
It did. It
so
did. I was trying to put my finger on it throughout the race, and I couldn't. So that's why I had to ask. So now that definitely that definitely brings the picture clearer. But excellent job all night long, man. Congratulations on getting a second, and we'll certainly be bringing you up, many more times this season, man. Congratulations, bro.
heck yeah, man. Thanks. We're running better than I was expected to, so I'm super proud to rep my team strong, and hopefully I'll be back in here next week talking to you. And hopefully it's in victory lane. I've been close, but no cigar so far.
But plenty of times a bridesmaid, some will eventually be a bride, right?
Yep, let's hope.
Congratulations, brother. Hey, second place, man. That's good points tonight.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Go get some rest. Enjoy the show, and we'll catch you next week, bro.
10-4. Thank you, man.
Yes,
He's
sir.
gonna be up to 5 a.m. Don't let him like you.
I'll be waking up at 5 a.m. That's for me. So, congratulations, Cat. Mo Power Cat. You know, finally be able to get you back up in here into the booth this time as the winner, man. Congratulations on getting the dub, boo.
Thank you. This one's probably one of my favorite wins, just because it's Darlington. It's my favorite track in the game, and the real life too. So it's, it's pretty awesome.
Well, I must say, right off the top, that was the Davy Allison, Texaco Haviland paint scheme. Is that right?
It is.
I noticed
Well,
that
the
right off the
best I
bat.
could do on the game.
He was my favorite driver growing up when I was a kid, so I saw that right off of the bat, man. And what an on, what a awesome to see people still have that and are running, man. And from the paint booth that they have on Heat 5, man, you did a great job putting that thing together, man. It looked great.
Thank you. Yeah,
So
I with being a two car, you either got Wallace, Brad, or some others, and I didn't want to do any Wallace ones, so I'm like, I'm doing Davey Allison.
yeah.
That's my drove a Ford, I drive a Ford, so why not mix together?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the number on the side doesn't mean much anything. It's the paint scheme
Right,
itself. The number on the
right.
side is just there on the side. So, but you definitely you really did have a rocket, man. You saw that you were up there behind Patton in the beginning of the race. Then you took the lead. You were leading for a while, man. Was your car fast right off of the get? Did you kind of hit it right? You mentioned that this is kind of one of your favorite tracks. So did you pretty much have it kind of coming in, or did you have to work on it at all? Throughout the race. Did it tighten up, loosen up on you throughout the race?
I had to work on it a little bit, but starting off it was decent, but just a few minor adjustments, and I knew it'd be pretty decent as long as I could keep it clean, stay out of the mayhem, which somewhat did. I got involved in a few wrecks, but managed to get back up there with the luck of the cautions and the luck of the restart line, and made it work.
When that on that last go around, and I was mentioning on the broadcast that as long as you got around the one time and got to that white flag, it was it was ball game. Were you kind of thinking the same thing? Just get around the one time to the white flag, and you'll worry about that last lap when you get to it.
Yeah, exactly. I was getting worried. Get to the last lap, then as soon as I got to the last lap, I'm like, all right, just make it off turn two. Don't hit the bump. Don't hit the wall, and we go from there.
Well, you made it work, man, and you put it together. Congratulations on getting a W, man. I'm sure that really really helped you in the points tonight too, man. That's always a good points night tonight, right?
Yeah, definitely, especially without having stages on the night. It really helped.
Now, what was your feeling on the no stages for throwback race at Darlington? Did you like it, not like it, or didn't really care?
Um, I didn't really care, but after I started thinking about it, I'm like, wow, this is truly a throwback without having stages.
Definitely, man, definitely. Well, I'm gonna let you go and get on into victory lane and celebrate, and then get some rest and enjoy the broadcast yourself and getting a win. Congratulations, bro. You had a great car and ran a great race, man. You did it. You put it all together, man. Congratulations, bro.
All right, thank you.
All right, and that is Mo Power Cat as he gets the win here at Darlington for the throwback race, GC Sports Cringe Series. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight here at Darlington. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Always be sure to like, subscribe, hit the little bell to make sure that you get logged in and tuned in for all the races here at GC Sports throughout the rest of the week. And as for me and being Shady Acres, I will see everybody next Tuesday night for this Cringe series. And for here at Darlington, as Mo Power Cat, your winner. Good night, everyone. We will see you next week.